Super Motocross Playoffs Round 1 is this weekend, and if you want to be there and you need a little bit of a discount, I have a coupon code down in the description below that'll give you $10 off. It's not much, but hey, that might be like your kid's snack or half a beer or I don't know, but it's there. And I'm going to be at the finale. Right now I have a baby, so I'm just chilling, and then I'm planning on going to the Motocross of Nations. But anyway, I digress. Getting into the track map, which is what we want to see here. It's got some pretty wild, kind of confusing layout, but I do like it. So if I'm jumping right ahead here and we go, I'm going to pick red because I think Jet and Hunter are somewhat going to own it. This is a very, very fast track, and there's two different ways of going from the start. You have one section that starts from here, and then you have one section that starts from, behind them. So there's going to be an electronic timer for the gate, which is kind of cool, because could you imagine gaming the system where one gate goes before the other? That would be a fiasco, but I don't think that's going to happen. Anyway, I'm digressing yet again. I think the fast line is actually going to be right here. We're going to come around here, and it's going to come from, I want to say, is this the outside? Yeah, I'm going to say this is the outside, because you're going to have a roller and you're going to potentially maybe double to the inside. That would be fast across, but I think those are too big. You're probably just going to roll, and you're set up on the outside. The key point is that you actually have a section where you are going to be able to drag the rear brake, where over here, you're not able to drag the rear brake because of the fact that, you just can't. You just can't. It's a right-hand corner, so you're sticking your leg out, which is kind of unfortunate. But for that side, you're able to roll, and you have the inside, which could potentially mean that you are able to block the guys coming from the outside here, which would be interesting if they could do that. But I do think that the fast line is actually going to be this side of the start. That's what I'm shooting for, and I somewhat think you should too as well. Moving on, okay, you'll have two rollers that they're just going to jump and haul ass into a 90-degree corner, which I don't think guys are going to go wide. If they go wide, they are going to get passed, so we probably more than likely won't see any passes there. But if I just change the photo for a more in-depth data, just so we have more information on what is actually happening. From here, have nice little seat bounce. The line is going to be to the inside where they're going to roll and hug because they don't want to go wide, because if they go wide, they're going to get block pass because it is a 90-degree corner. So look for passes to potentially happen here. From there, they're going to seat bounce, and if they can, double into this corner, into this next 180-degree corner. Here, I don't think anyone's going to be able to double there, and I don't think it's going to be faster. You're going to see guys scrub, then double, then come here into the sand. And from here, there's going to be two lines in the sand. There's going to be an outside and an inside. However, they're going to drift wide and probably become one line from there, where that line is going to end up having the inside turn into the outside, which will be interesting. And so if I just change that so you can see what I mean by it, it's going to go to the outside. So anyway, going back to red. From there, you have a little roller into another 180, into another 180. Going to be one line, then into a double. Expect some pretty big whips coming off of this guy. That's going to be cool to watch. I don't really know if fans are going to be able to hang out here. Be sweet, though. Don't think it's going to happen. And into a fast section that's going to jump back to the gate, but they're not actually going to hit the gate, which is cool. I almost thought that they were going to drive through the gate, but that's not how this track map is set up. So from there, they're going to jump, they're going to roll, they're going to come back, roll, then come here, wheelie over these two things, another whip jump, followed by a triple into the sand. Going to be one line section. Maybe you'll see guys be able to block in this 180-degree corner before the finish line, but it's going to be very fast. Then into the finish line, haul ass here. Guys are going to roll the inside, and then they're going to start coming back to this mogul section, which is just set up mogul. Guys maybe be able to find a V there to where that they could eventually get to where they are able to just double, which would be sweet. But then you have a 90, which is more mogul. Probably the next passing point is going to be this corner here that I'm looking for. Then a seat bounce double out, followed by another 90, where you may see some block passes here as well. I mean, we will see, but I believe that there probably will be some block passes there into a actual rhythm section here, which if guys can triple, then double, that would be ideal, but we'll see if that happens. Then you come back into the sand, which the same thing is going to happen. You're going to have a inside and then an outside line, and then it'll maybe, again, like I said, it'll probably push from one side to the other to go from the inside to the outside there, which will make it interesting, but it's just going to drift because of the speed here. I suspect guys are going to have more of a moto setup. Hunter and Jet's bike are going to work exceptionally well because of how plush that sucker is, and I need to zoom in a little bit on this rhythm section because this rhythm section is pretty cool. So if we look at the rhythm section, the line is more than likely going to be a safe line, which is just a double over this small little tabletop, then a seat bounce, triple on, off, triple, and then double, and then that'll be the rest. If you see something else, maybe guys are going to be able to quad, right? That would be sick. Then another quad, and then a triple. That would be the super impressive line. And I don't know if anybody's going to do it. Maybe Deegan, maybe, but you're going to have to be hauling ass. Perhaps you could triple, then step over, then triple again, then triple, then jump. That would be cool too. So there's a couple different lines there. However, I think most guys are going to go the safe section, which is just the double, triple on, off, triple, and then double out. To me, that seems pretty fast. So I want to know what you guys think in the comments below, and write who you think's going to win. Is it going to be Hunter? Is it going to be Tomac? I'm just right now going to say it's probably going to be Jet, and I will go for Sexton as kind of the wild card if somebody is going to beat Jet. I don't believe it's going to be Tomac. And then in the 250 class, Davies? That'd be pretty sweet to see Davies win there. More than likely, it's probably going to be Deegan. But as always, till next time, keep it WFO.